everybody, this video covers highlights from Harris County Court 5. Judge Fleischer runs through the docket and has a good ending story to finish out the week. Watch and comment, and make sure you subscribe clicking that bell, that way you can get notifications when new videos come out. We also have a Discord group we invite you to join. The link to everything is in the description.
You Brianna Miller.
Yes, sir.
Miller, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. You cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you. Just so you know, you're not here alone. Your lawyer's here with you, but she's on Zoom. So you have counsel here. Okay.
This regarding a stop sign. The defendant was the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer observed red glassy eyes, thick slurred speech, and an odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant advised that she was coming from a local bar where she had picked up food.
Judge, can she scoot over by the microphone? It's hard to hear.
Sorry.
The microphone's right there. If you just speak a little bit louder, please.
Yeah. You want me to start?
Jeannie, did you hear the start or no?
Judge, I've read PC. I've been attached, so I've heard parts of it, but I did read the PC.
Okay.
The defendant advised that she had consumed 1 beer. The defendant refused standard fill sobriety tests. The defendant also refused to provide a specimen. A blood search warrant was executed.
What was it? I missed the stop. What was the stop?
It says that the vehicle was swerving within a lane and she disregarded a stop sign.
Got it. Okay. Any prior to the eyes?
No, sir.
Okay. Ms. Miller, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming any kind of alcohol or dope, illegal drugs, then I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
I did not hear that.
Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Yes, I do.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, as long as you have both, you can continue to drive. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it's your responsibility to stay in touch with Jeannie, and she will tell you if and when you have to go back to court. If Ms. Ortiz tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Don't pick up any new cases and just behave yourself. That's all we're asking. I will have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, you go with Rachel for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go. All right?
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you, Judge.
Have fun on your trip.
Judge.
Thank you.
November 19th.
Oh, November 19th-ish.
Let me check my calendar really quickly. Hold on a second. Actually, that's not going to be a good day. Can I bump it either 1 week forward or backward?
Week before or after?
Whichever works for y'all.
Oh, 12th through the 14th.
12th.
Okay, let's do the 12th then.
Okay.
It's yours.
Thanks, Victoria. Thank you, Judge.
All right, guys, have fun.
All righty. Bye.
There's a Spanish speaker on page 6.
Okay.
Top of page 6 is that.
No, I think Good morning. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ramos. No.
No.
Page 17, Your Honor. Ramos.
Okay.
It's an arraignment.
You're right. Morning, guys.
Enrique Ramos.
Enrique Ramos, pase por favor.
Wait, Enrique or Alexis?
Wait,
Alexis.
Oh, Alexis Ramos. Come on up. I'm so confused.
Yeah, me too.
Perdón por la confusión. Me llamo Luis, el intérprete, mucho gusto.
Yeah.
Párese aquí cerquita, por favor. Buenos días. Acérquese aquí a la baranda, solo mire el juez y le contestan nada más en español, por favor.
Are you Alexis Ramos?
Yes.
Mr. Ramos, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On September 13th, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a criminal mischief in progress located at 715 Fargo Street, Unit Number 1. Upon contact with the complainant, she advised the officer that she did not know the defendant. The complainant stated that she is the property manager manager
es la gerente de la
of the
propiedad
Airbnb
del
located
Airbnb
at the
localizado
address,
en el domicilio,
and that she
y
received
que
a
ella
phone
recibió
call
una
from the
llamada telefónica
witness
del testigo
who was staying at
que
the
estaba
residence
quedándose en la residencia
and informed
y le
her
informó a
that the
ella que el
defendant
acusado
had busted out the
se
window.
había roto la
She
ventana.
stated she drove to the
Ella
location
declaró que manejó a la
to
localidad
assess the
para
damage.
asesorar el daño.
The officer
El oficial
observed
observó
the front living room window
la
shattered.
ventana de la fronteriza de
The
la sala
complainant
rota,
stated
la querellante declaró
that the glass door
que la puerta
repair
de
was
vidrio
going
o
to
la
cost
reparación de la puerta de vidrio iba a
$500.
costar aproximadamente $500.
The witness stated
El
that he
testigo
was
declaró
asleep
que él estaba
in the
dormido
Airbnb
en el Airbnb,
that he was renting
que él estaba
when he
dormido
was
cuando
awakened
fue despertado
by the sound of the glass being
por el
broken.
sonido del vidrio siendo quebrado.
He stated that he
Él
walked
declaró
into the living
que él
room
caminó hacia la sala
and noticed the
y
glass on
notó
the
el
floor.
vidrio en el suelo.
Then he looked
Y
out of the
después él
living room
miró
window
por fuera de la
and
ventana
saw
de la sala y vio
the defendant
al
standing
acusado
outside
parado
bleeding,
afuera,
yelling, and
gritando
acting
y
paranoid.
actuando paranoico.
The witness
El
immediately called
testigo
police
inmediatamente llamó a la policía
and did not go
y
outside to
no
confront
salió
the
para
defendant.
enfrentar al acusado.
He also called the
Él también
complainant to
llamó al
inform her
querellante
of what just happened.
para informarle de qué
The
pasó.
witness stated that he
El
does
testigo
not
declaró
know
que
the defendant.
ella no conoce al acusado
He does not
y
know
que
why he damaged the
no sabe
window.
por qué dañaría la ventana.
The defendant was seen
El
sitting
acusado fue
down
visto sentado
on the front patio step,
en
covered in blood.
la grada de la
Okay, I
patio
think we're
fronterizo
good.
cubierto en sangre.
I believe there's mental health issues.
Creo que hay problemas de la salud mental.
Mr. Ramos,
Ramos,
how old are you, sir?
¿qué edad tiene usted, señor?
27, sir.
You speak English?
I-
Entonces hablemos solo español, por favor, para no
Sí.
Who do
confundir.
you live with?
¿Con quién vive, señor?
con mis papás.
With my parents.
Currently live with them now.
¿Usted vive con ellos ahora?
Sí.
Yes.
Are you taking any medication, or are you supposed to be taking
medicina o
any
está
medication
supuesto a tomar alguna
sí.
medicina? Yes.
to be taken?
¿Qué tiene que estar tomando?
Fluoxetina.
¿Fluoxetina?
Sí.
Is prescribed by a psychiatrist or
¿Psiquiatra?
Sí.
okay? Are you not taking this medication?
¿Esa medicina? No, sir.
Then things are not going to go well between me and between you and I. I am now making it a condition of your bond that you take this medication as prescribed, and if you don't, I'm going to put you in jail.
En una cárcel.
Do you understand?
Señor. Yes, sir.
Tell me, are you a
Dígame,
United
¿usted es
States
un ciudadano
citizen
americano?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
or a citizen?
¿Usted es ciudadano americano?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm putting a number of other conditions on your
Poniendo
bond.
cierta cantidad
I
de
find that you violate these conditions, I will
condiciones.
put you in jail, I will deem you a public danger, make your bond extremely.
Si usted me incumple con eso, le va a hacer la fianza
I'm not here to
alta.
play
No estoy
around.
aquí para
My
jugar.
first and foremost concern is public safety. And I don't care if you kick, scream, cry, pray to Mother Earth that you can't go to jail. That's where you will go with a very high bond if you can't control yourself. Number one, take your medication. Number two, no drugs, no alcohol. Number three, no weapons. Number four, don't go back to this location.
Regrese a esta localidad.
Do you understand
¿Usted
these
entendió estas
conditions?
condiciones, señor? Yes, sir.
Break these conditions, I'm gonna break you. So I hope you get it. No more warnings.
Ninguna otra advertencia.
Now you have a lawyer. If you ever have any problems, wishes, questions, anything,
Cualquier cosa.
Lindsay will help you out. And she can come to me if there are any kind of issues, but I will not take this going crazy in public.
Si usted lo con público,
Take
debe.
your
Tome
medication.
acción, señor.
Do you understand?
¿Entendió, señor? Yes, sir.
I'm going to have you first go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll eventually meet with Rachel for your bond conditions. You must stay in contact with them. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you because you've gone and flown away, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. No more PR bonds for you.
No más fianza de personales, ¿entendido?
Okay? All right,
A la
guys.
izquierda, por favor.
I'm sorry, I don't need the take medication that's prescribed.
So no drugs. Okay, come on. We'll get you out of here.
Data Jordan,
Page
Jordan?
11.
Okay.
Your Honor, I believe she signed the MOAB and at magistrate.
Jordan. Jada Jordan. Ay, ay, ay. Miss Jordan, You now stand charged with two more assault cases. One is assault of a family member. The other one is just a plain and garden variety assault bodily injury. On both, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay, are they refiles?
Refiles, yeah.
That's great because I was about to get scared.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. On September 14, 2024, a law enforcement officer responded to an assault at the Preston Apartments at 4545 Luetta Road in Harris County, Texas. The complainants both reside at the apartment in apartment number 1704. Complainant number one stated that the defendant, his dating partner of 2 months, arrived to their residence uninvited and assaulted them. While complainant number one was sleeping in his bedroom, he was woken by someone knocking on his bedroom door. He opened the door and found complainant number two and defendant standing outside his bedroom. Complainant one guided defendant outside of the apartment and told her that she needed to leave. Defendant confronted him about a female she observed inside his bedroom and demanded to give her a shirt that she bought him. As complainant one closed the front door to get the t-shirt, the defendant barged into the home and began walking towards his bedroom. Complainant one took a hold of the defendant's arm, telling her to leave a second time as he was guiding her to the front door, but the defendant became
So
angry.
complainant number one is him?
Yes. Complainant number one is ex-boyfriend.
Was boyfriend at the time, and complaint number two is his cousin who he lives with.
Okay, that's because, so there is a girl in there now?
There is a girl in there. She's not a complainant. She's other person.
He took her arm and asked her to leave a second time. The defendant became angry and pepper sprayed complainants 1 and 2 in the face, causing pain, and left the scene. The complainants had red, watery eyes and were seen by EMS personnel. The defendant stated that she arrived at the complainant's apartment and that the complainant number one stopped her from entering his bedroom. And she also admitted that she pepper sprayed both of the complainants.
Tell me about the relationship now. Is it still?
No longer doesn't want to see him, and he's threatening her family. So there's other things, but she wants to stay away. So no contact is not an issue.
So, Ms. Jordan, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on both of your cases. I'm now issuing no contact orders on both of the complaining witnesses in both of these cases. You're not to have any contact, go anywhere near where they live, where they work. You're also not to be in possession of weapons as well, ma'am. I'm assuming a protective order has been issued in the family member case, right?
It has, Your Honor.
So get to know it. If you do something to violate that protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you, and then things will just go sideways real quick. You've got a great lawyer. She will take care of you. All you have to do is listen, and she'll guide you the right way. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't be violent, because otherwise I'll have no choice but to put you in jail. You pick up new cases, violate conditions, I will not give you any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
So,
because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to come to court, but you must stay in contact with her, and she'll tell you when you have to come back to court. She tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant. Okay? Question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you find that they start acting a fool to you, you know, if this person or either of them start contacting you, they text message you, don't answer. They call you, don't reply. If you get threatening messages or something like that, go to the police. That's what you do. But don't take matters into your own hands. Okay?
Hey, there's a MOAP on one case, but not the other.
Because the other one's it's just not a family member case. That's why.
So no MOAP.
Yeah, no. So I think so what I'm going to do is I'm going to file 2 orders for you not to have any weapons, not to have any contact. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you guys will be free to go. We need them to file it, so she's going to have to stay to sign it, and then after that, she can go.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Please.
All right this way.
So file on both of those.
yes.
Mr. Fuentes Lobo, you're charged with driving,
acusa de manejo ebrio,
facing up
Usted
to
está
6
enfrentando
months in
hasta
jail and or a $2,000 fine.
$2,000.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
On September 15th, 2024,
2024,
a traffic
un
stop
paro de
was
tránsito se
initiated
inició
near the 3200 block
cerca de la cuadra
of
3200
West Sam
West
Houston
Sam Houston
Parkway
Parkway
North
Norte,
in Harris
en
County,
condado de Harris,
Texas,
Texas,
on a vehicle
en un
with
vehículo
emergency lights
con
on,
las luces de emergencias puestas,
weaving within the lane,
caracoleando entre el
causing
carril,
other
causando
vehicles
otros vehículos
to change
que
lanes
cambiaran de carril
to move away from the
para
car.
alejarse del carro.
The deputy
El oficial,
observed the
el alguacil
vehicle enter
observó que
lane
el
2
vehículo se metió al
lane
carril
1
2, carril 1
and back to lane
y de
2.
regreso al carril 2.
The vehicle
El
then
vehículo
slowed down
después tomó
to 30
velocidad
miles
a
per
30
hour
millas por hora
in a
en una
65
zona de
mile per
65
hour
millas por hora
zone and came to a
y
stop
llegó a un paro
in a
en
moving
un
lane of traffic.
carril de movimiento.
The defendant was the driver
El acusado
and
del chofer
sole
y el
occupant
único
of the
ocupante del
vehicle.
vehículo.
Defendant was
El
asleep
acusado
in the
estaba
driver's
dormido
seat
en el asiento del
with
chofer
his seatbelt
con
secured.
su cinturón de
The
seguridad
deputy
puesto.
woke him
El
up and
oficial lo
detained
despertó y
him.
lo detuvo.
Deputy
El
observed
oficial
red
observó los
glassy
ojos
eyes,
enrojecidos,
an odor of
un
an
olor
alcoholic
de una bebida
beverage,
alcohólica,
the defendant
el acusado
disoriented
desorientado
and slurring his
y
words.
arrastrando sus palabras.
Defendant
El
stated
acusado declaró
that he was driving
que
the
él estaba
car
manejando el carro
from his friend's house
desde la casa de su
to
amigo
another friend's
a la
house.
casa de otro amigo, otra amistad,
Defendant
perdón. El
stated
acusado declaró
that he drank 8
que él
beers.
tomó 8 cervezas.
Standard field sobriety
En el terreno
tests
se
came out
realizaron
6 out of
6 de
6
6
clues
pistas
for the horizontal
por el
gaze
horizontal,
nystagmus, 4 out of 8
4 de 8
for walk and
pistas por
turn,
la prueba de camino y giro,
and 2 out of
y
4
2 de
for one
4
leg
por el
stand.
paro de una pierna.
Defendant
El
verbally
acusado
consented
verbalmente
to
pidió
provide a
consentimiento
breath
a dar una
sample,
prueba de aliento.
and Toxalizer 9000 was showing
El alcohol que tenía la bebida estaba
unacceptable samples from the
muestras
defendant.
inaceptables del
The
acusado.
defendant
El
consented to a
acusado dio
sample of his
consentimiento a
blood.
una prueba de su.
Okay, Mr. Fuentes Lobo, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Are you a United States
Yo no,
citizen?
señor. No. No.
Are you in this country?
¿Está en este
without
país con
permission?
permiso o sin permiso?
No se lo entiendo.
I don't understand. Solo mira el juez, Mike.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
O sin
It's a
permiso.
very easy question.
I have permission with permission.
Have-
¿Qué tipo de
do you
permiso tiene usted?
Con el que me dio migración cuando entré.
The one that immigration gave me once I entered.
I don't know.
Yo no sé.
Quite frankly, it doesn't matter.
No importa.
I will tell you that if
No,
there's
es-
any problem
sí,
with
hay-
your immigration paperwork and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they're going to put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in jail until this case is over with. And then they will ship you off to immigration. And then you'll sit there for another 6 to 9 months waiting for them to do whatever they're going to do.
Hagan lo que van a hacer.
I'm putting conditions on your bond now. If you violate these conditions, I will put you immediately in jail. And I'm going to make your bond extremely high. And if you don't have someone to bond you out, that's where you'll be.
Salida, ahí es donde va a quedar.
Do you have a Texas driver license?
¿Sí de texto? No.
Then you are not allowed to drive. The worst possible thing you can do in this short life is get into a car and drive, because if you do, you will be doing jail time. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me that you're not going to drive, Mr. Fuentes Lobo. I don't care if there's a burning house and 15 children in there.
Casa quemada.
Do not drive.
Honey,
You're also not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you consume alcohol or drugs, likewise, you will go to jail.
yo voy a ir a una cárcel, ¿entendió, señor?
Sí.
Yes, sir.
We will reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer.
Para que contrates otro.
So first, I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. After that, you'll get with Victoria to sign a reset.
¿Para que no manejar?
And then you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go, sir. Do not drive. You will not get any more warnings from me.
Aquí va. Hacia aquí a la izquierda.
Page 1, Abbas, come on up.
Are you signing on to Abbas?
Yes, I am.
So we already addressed the criminal trespass and we put him in jail for that one now, right? Okay. So So, Mr. Abbas, you're working 3 open cases now. If you pick up a 4th case, if you violate conditions, I'm going to quintuple to 10 times all of your bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Where was the trespass from? I don't even remember.
Judge, it was at 3506 Fern River Drive. It was the home of the complainant's mother. Complainant is the defendant's wife. They have been separated, and at the time the wife was staying with her mother, and the defendant was trespassing at the mother's house.
Okay. So they don't want him back?
No.
They don't want you back?
Yeah, I'm not even living in the same house.
Just listen, no means no. Take the hint. There's a gajillion other fish in the sea. Just that's what you need to do. When a relationship is over, it's just that's it. It's over. Get over it, move on, because otherwise you're going to end up back in jail. Got it? Do you have children with this person?
Yes.
Okay. And you should have the right to have visitation or at least some form of custody, but don't take matters into your own hands. If you want to do it, go get a custody and visitation order from the family courts. And if they start playing games with you, you can have her held in contempt or have her jailed or fined or whatever they want to do. But that's the right way to do it. If you really care for this child, which you should because they always need their daddy in their life, go get a visitation order. No way. There's no reason for you not to have one. I'm going to tell you now, though, Mr. Abbas, no drugs, no alcohol, and I'm going to randomly test you. I don't want you to have any contact with these people, and I don't want you to go where they work or where they live. I'm making that a condition of your bond. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm not asking you a lot. All I'm asking you to do, no dope, no alcohol, no contact, and go over that. That's all I'm asking you to do, and follow the law. All right. You have a lawyer. She will take care of you. I will waive your appearance, but you have to stay in contact with them. But remember, they're going to call you to take a drug test, take an alcohol test. If you don't go there, I'm going to issue a warrant.
No, so I call every day. And
good.
Yeah.
Right. Now we're adding that to your bond conditions. All right. Okay. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria.
Just one question. So it will be the same phone number and the same PIN that I'm currently using, right? So I just keep doing this.
Everything remains the same. So when they call you for the one for your felony case, it's also going to be for us as well. So it's all 2-in-1, so you don't have to double up. So one test will take care of both courts. So you don't have to come and go. It's
Thank you.
okay, guys. Please. So Rachel, you got all that?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Judge, if it's proper, just withdraw.
Okay, done.
Thank you.
Kareem Khalifa. Mr. Khalifa, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're also charged with
the terroristic threat, Your Honor, that I was appointed on, I would say maybe a month ago. And this allegation predates when he was put on bond.
So he's on bond for a terroristic threat and a felony assault, right? And now I see he's picked up a criminal mischief. Are you telling me the criminal mischief happened prior to the terroristic threat?
Your Honor, it's in the probable cause statement. The allegations are that it happened on or about August the 8th. And I believe the terroristic threat was the same day. So they didn't file it.
I have the criminal mischief is August 6th, and the terrorist threat is August 8th.
Jada Jordan?
Let's see what the charging instrument says.
Okay.
Yeah, did you see it's August 6th?
Yeah, the criminal mischief is August 6th. The terrorist threat is August 8th.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Mr. Khalifa. So let's do probable cause, but I don't even know what happened. Please.
Thank you. On August 6 in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers in their contact with the complainant who advised that she is the defendant's wife and they have one child together. The complainant stated that the defendant damaged her vehicle, causing $1,921 in damage. The complainant stated that on August 6th, her vehicle that she solely owns was parked in a gated apartment parking lot located at 2929 Rolito Drive in Harris County, Texas. The complainant obtained a surveillance video from the leasing office of the defendant damaging the side mirror of her car with his hands. The paint on the vehicle was damaged with an unknown object. Photos were also obtained showing the damage to the car. The vehicle was taken to the repair shop and given an estimate of $1,921 to repair. The defendant is currently on bond in Harris County for a terroristic threat and assault of a family member with previous conviction against the same complainant.
Okay. Have you reached out to the complaint witness since this has been filed? He's not had any contact, right?
So she did say that she believes that he's been contacting her and leaving voicemails and text messages.
I sure hope to hell not.
I never do this. Never observe.
Judge, she also says
And can I
that
say something if you don't mind?
she also says that she believes that he created a fake Facebook account and was sending her requests as like a friend request. And I believe she also said he tried to send her messages through Facebook as well.
Prove it. Because if you do, if you can, I'm going to put his butt in jail in a heartbeat. So you need to do what you can. If he is somehow contacting her through some kind of one reason or the other, Mr. Khalifa, I swear on everything that's holy, if you are trying to reach her one way or the other, if they prove it to me, I'm going to make your bond so high your teeth are going to fall out. Do you understand? No contact means no contact from any source. Social media, smoke signals, Snapchat.
I understand. From now on, it no even see her pictures. But I never contact her by the
Prove it. Elena, get it. Show me. If you can show me that it's him one way or the other, I'll hog time.
I'm the one I have messages from her.
When we do court orders, we mean business, Mr. Khalifa. And I don't appreciate it if someone is trying to use backdoor means to get in contact with another person. You need to understand that this relationship, look at me, this relationship is over. It is over. There are a gajillion other fish in the sea, Mr. Khalifa. Find someone else. But this one's over. You have children with this person.
I just want to say something. It's
Your
not
Honor,
against.
Just let me talk.
Do you
Your Honor,
have children with this? Does he have
He
children?
does, Your Honor, and I believe there's a protective order that was signed by a family law court. At the last setting, I think you amended the order to allow him to have contact with his daughter,
Right.
with his mother facilitating it.
Okay.
As you know, I'm not a family law attorney, but
No,
I
sir.
think there's another protective order from a family law court that might trump that.
I just want to say one word, please.
So I've advised.
As long as it's not about the case, you can, Mr. Khalifa.
The protective order about my daughter.
Is it the one that I issued or another judge issued?
It's another judge, Your
Excuse
Honor.
my English.
Was it the domestic violence court, the 280th, or who was it? Do you know, Mr. England?
I did download it. I don't have it pulled up here, but
You can always go back and ask them to amend it. The worst they can tell you is no.
You know what? She always stay with me, my daughter. She never had it for 1 hour. You know what? She did the protective order and she gave it to my mom, not even in her apartment.
I've advised him to get a lawyer.
Understand, if you don't agree with the protective order, go back and ask them to amend it.
From where I can afford all of this attorneys, I'm taking employment now. You know what?
I mean, I've given you a lawyer here. I
have a
can't give you a lawyer
video
there.
of my car.
Look.
I'm only trying to help you with your daughter, Mr. Khalifa. About all this other stuff.
I need my daughter. That's it. I'm sorry, I'm diabetic.
Look, It's okay.
Yeah, I just need my daughter, you know. I don't know why she took it if she doesn't even have it in her apartment for 1 hour. She left it with my mom, disability. She has a mental problem. She stay with my mom. So even I cannot go and see my mom. So how come? If she love her daughter, why she doesn't have it?
Look, this is not the
Go
court.
back,
This is a
go
different.
back. So are you working now?
No, I'm taking employment. How I'm gonna work with the GPS monitor if she has 20 years protective order of me? So why you put me this one? I'm diabetics too. Even I'm always like etching, like
Because I don't want you to go over there. That's why I put it on there.
okay, I have already protective. I will never been there. Why I have to go there? I'm sorry.
Just
You still should be able to work even though you have the monitor on your ankle. That's not preventing you from working. If you want to work,
I'm diabetics, who are very bad diabetics. I'm taking like 7, 8 insulin, shotting like every day.
that prevents you from working.
No, but I can work like something like office job. This is what I used to do. I used to be a supervisor of 11 locations of overstock furniture, sir. Under me was 160
So
employees.
why aren't you trying to go get another job?
I cannot, my background. And guess what? The one she did felony on me, I'm sorry to talk to you. This is DA. This is all I have a people statement.
okay.
I don't want to talk about the
Yeah,
case.
but this is false case. Yeah.
Okay. Look, this is only Mr.
Look, the only thing I'm going to tell you now, and I'm just going to do it one more time. If you want to visit your daughter, you need to go to the family court and ask them to amend the order so that you can get access to the child.
I'm gonna do it.
Let me talk. So it is in the 280th, Your Honor. It looks like it was issued August 22nd of this year.
So it's just issued. And what is it? What is it about? What does it say?
It's just a protective order, and it looks like it was a default.
Because I do not show the. I'm sorry again. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Look, when you don't go, they get whatever they want. You have to
I have a
go.
lot to say, but you know.
If you have a lot to say, then go. But you not going, she's going to get whatever she wants. You can ask them to reopen it, to amend it, to fix it, to give you access. But if you don't go, that's your own damn fault. You have to go.
Advisor, attorney to help me out. I don't know where.
There's got to be some kind of, you know what I would do? Go to the law schools, okay? The law schools have legal clinics with lawyers that can help you out.
Law school.
Right. Go.
Start legal aid.
I called them. They told me no.
Okay, then go to another one. Don't just give up. Go to, if you hit one roadblock, get up, dust yourself off, hit the next one.
I want to tell you something. I got bachelor degree, okay? I have a bachelor degree. Like, I never been I was born here in Texas. I never had any ticket in my life or any background or anything.
Okay.
All this happened from the lady. You know why? Because she has a deportation and I don't know before.
Look, we're not in trial.
So you're telling me that one person can get under your skin so much
Yes, sir.
that they have now caused you to get 4 different criminal
You want to
cases?
know why, sir?
Look,
No, I don't care.
please, let's not.
I don't understand how you were not mentally strong enough to move on and get away.
Because this is not happening. Whatever she said.
All right, we'll have our day in court. Just today, now's not the time. All right.
I'm sorry.
Listen, go back to the family court.
I will.
Ask them to reopen it. And I'm sure that because it's a default, hopefully they will, and they'll give you at least some limited access. Don't try to contact this person because I'm telling you now,
I don't at all.
if they show me that there are,
Can
they
I
have
say
issues.
something, please?
No, that's all I want you to know. All right. Yes, Mr. Elik and Mr. Khalifa, the bond conditions I put on you now, just no drugs, no alcohol, no contact, no going within 200 feet of where they live, where they work. Don't contact, and that's it. As long as you can abide by these conditions, you and I will be friends. You understand? Okay, I hope not. Okay, Mr. Elik.
No, because he said 200 foot.
Just from the complaining witness in this case. That's it.
My mom crossed the street, so how?
I'm not doing anything with your mom.
She's not a part of this.
She's not a part of it.
Talk to Mr. Elik.
Your mom has nothing to do with this, just the complaining witness. That's it. Okay? All right. Good luck. Take care.
Go ahead. Go have a seat.
DeAndre Bradley. Mr. Bradley, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On September 12, 2024, law enforcement officers patrolling a modern food store located 13360 North Worrell Drive in Harris County, Texas. The modern food store has no trespassing, no loitering, no soliciting signs, and a trespass affidavit posted on the business. The modern food store is also within 1,000 feet of a drug-free zone. The law enforcement officer viewed the defendant sitting in the driver's seat of a black 2018 Chevrolet Cruze rolling up marijuana. The defendant stated that he bought the marijuana from an individual at the business. The surveillance camera showed the defendant getting in and out of his vehicle, flagging unknown people down, trying to sell marijuana. The defendant was at the modern food store for approximately 40 minutes. The officer retrieved 10 grams of marijuana, which was weighed outside of packaging.
No co-defendant seconds?
No.
And he was in the passenger seat or driver's seat, did you say?
I believe he was in the driver's seat.
Okay. Mr. Bradley, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a Texas driver license, sir? Can you run this license, please?
Yes.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? Then you're not allowed to drive. I am making that a condition of your bond. If you want to drive, go get liability insurance that has your name on it, and then I can see it, and then I'll allow you to drive. But if I find that you drive, I'm going to put you in jail, and you're going to be there for a very long time.
Driver's license is not eligible.
Yeah, it is expired. So,
okay, so you don't have a license.
But I went to 21 days, so it should be like coming in so I can go redo it.
Mr. Bradley, you're not allowed to drive
at
all until you get a Texas driver license. And if I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. So I hope and pray to everything that you believe in that you don't drive, because if you do, every time you drive, it's an offense in and of itself. I hope that you can appreciate this, because if I catch you, this is the affidavit that you're going to sign, promising me that you're not going to drive. After that, I'm going to get you to Victoria. We're going to get you out of here to hire a lawyer. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
Can I get a court appointment lawyer?
Do you work?
No, sir.
Well, that's the defendant. That doesn't sound like Stephen. What's the last name? Who is that?
Williams.
On the docket?
19 and 20.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Bradley, what do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm in between jobs. I'm just working at Park Place Estates.
Job.
July. That's
Doing what?
I was a maintenance man.
Here's what we're going to do. I'm sending you now for a drug test because I want to know what everything in your body is.
Sure,
I'm going to have you come back, and then I'm going to give you a lawyer, and then I'm going to give you 2 weeks for you to get a full-time job. And if you don't have a job or show me that you're working your butt to get a job, you and I are not going to have fun together. Do you understand? And then I'm going to test you 35 to 40 days after that. And if you continue to test positive for marijuana, boom, one place you go to. Do you understand?
Sure.
Let's send him now, and then we'll have him come back, and then I'll have him fill out an application, and then we'll appoint him somebody. That way.
Okay, no, that's.
Did you pick up a new case?
No, he had bond violations, and then.
He didn't show up. We issued a warrant.
And so by the time I saw it on the thing, he had the warrant issued.
We
So I
sent
don't
you
know.
guys an email.
Well, it may have gone to Tad at the Nelson firm, which kind of went into a black hole.
Where's Mr. Holland now?
He's right here. He's.
Come up, Mr. Holland.
Page 9.
I didn't know if you need to give him new bond conditions. Or if he keeps the ones he had.
No, the ones that we had don't work. Do you know why you're here?
Sir.
Has he reposted a bond? Do we know?
Yes. That's why we're here today. He turned himself in on the warrant.
You have a portable device and you've constantly skipped tests. So what I'm going to do now, Mr. Holland, is I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. I don't care what it tests positive for, but if it blows hot, I will revoke your bond and I'm going to triple the bond that you have now. When I mean no alcohol, I mean no alcohol from any source. Cakes, candies, foods, gums, hair dyes, tequila, lollipops. I've heard it all and I don't care. You are on notice now that if this thing blows hot, you know where it's going to happen. This time you will go to jail and then you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with. Do you understand? Is this a first or is it a second? Does he have a prior DWI, guys?
He has one pending in Galveston.
That's what it was. This guy has a pending one. Another pending one. You need to put this one. I didn't recognize him for a second.
Can you run his driving record, please? I want to know if he's picked up anything while he's on bond. I ordered you not to drive, Mr. Holland. I hope.
I didn't drive.
Well, else that you're not driving.
I don't have any driving violations.
The DW in Galveston's December 2023, and then this one's May of this year.
I'm going to have them run your record because I want to make sure that you're not driving. If you are, I'm really not going to be happy. Number one, as it stands now, I am putting a scram monitor on your ankle so that I know that you're not consuming alcohol. You don't charge that thing on a daily basis like you're supposed to. If that thing dies, so do you. Do you understand, Mr. Holland? Okay. So that's the monitor. That's what we'll do now.
Okay.
As far as fees.
I'm going to tell you now that I'm not taking a time served on this. If
Okay.
anything, it's probably needs to go to sober court pending, because he has an open DWI, but I can't in good conscience do that because I think that you're a danger to the community. And luckily no one's, injured or dead, but that's what we're trying to prevent, Mr. Holland. We don't want you to dig yourself into such a hole that you're facing a 50-year sentence. You know what I mean? Because one false move can change everyone's life in a heartbeat, and it happens every day. We'll give you a normal reset for now, and then he knows what's expected of him, and that's it.
And then fees for this room, are those covered, waived?
I'll waive it for you, for sure. Yeah, I'm doing you a solid right now, Mr. Holland, that I hope you appreciate. I'm going to waive the fee for your scram because otherwise you'd be paying about $600 a month for this device on your ankle. But there's no excuse. And I do that so that you can't come up here whining and crying to me that I don't have money for this in it because I don't care for excuses. You know what's expected of you, and that's it. Okay, thanks.
Right this way. All right, Judge, back please.
Henry James Basie. Where did you think that you were coming today? To the beach? You have from 2008 a prior interference, 2014 assault of a family member, in 19 an assault impeding breath, a choking case, in 2015 a theft, 2017 a theft. Now, I don't even know what's he charged with here now? This is a first for me. Okay, so what you're charged with impersonating a private investigator. On September 13th, 2024, did then and there unlawfully impersonate a private investigator by intentionally and knowingly purporting to act as a security guard for a bar establishment and conduct pat-downs of persons entering the establishments and requesting identifications by persons entering the establishment. This is a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Mr. Bassi, next time you come here in court in shorts, I'm going to send you right back out and we'll reset your case the next day. Do you understand? It's a complete lack of respect. And you've had now, this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your 6th case. You know better. Okay.
On September 13, 2024, a law enforcement officer conducted an investigation at 2709 Airline Drive in Harris County, Texas. This location is a known bar/club. The investigation was conducted in an undercover capacity, and the detectives were dressed in plain clothes and driving unmarked police vehicles. Prior to this investigation, the detectives received a tip that the bar was operating illegally by selling alcohol during prohibited hours and also had minors inside working and consuming alcohol. Prior to the investigation, the law enforcement officers discovered that the bar was operating under an alcohol license. Upon entering the bar, the law enforcement officers were stopped at the door by the defendant. The defendant was wearing a security shirt. The defendant told the officers to empty out their pockets and conducted a pat-down search. While inside of the location, the officers observed the defendant conducting a search of all patrons that were entering the location and would close the front entrance after every patron entered. The officers also observed the defendant periodically check in with the bartender from time to time, a task that a security officer performs at liquor establishments and not a normal patron would be allowed to do. The officer did not observe any underage minors at the location. Upon making contact with the defendant again, he advised that he had a security license, but he did not have an active security officer license, nor has it been documented as having a license in the past.
Sir, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to engage in this type of behavior. You're not to act as a security guard or do anything of this nature. If you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire lawyers. So I'm first going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while they get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And after that, you'll be free to go. When you come back, don't come back in shorts. Come on. Can you file conditions on that, please, and no weapons as well? Colonel Cobbs.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cobbs, you're charged with assault of a family member. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On or about February 19th, 2024, an officer was dispatched to a Harris County, Texas hospital.
Okay, please.
An officer was dispatched to a Harris County, Texas hospital in regards to an assault call. The officer talked to the complainant, who said that she and the defendant had been in a dating relationship for 2 years and do not live together. The complainant explained that after an argument, the defendant began striking her head with closed fist punches, causing pain. The complainant ran to the bathroom where the defendant grabbed her by the hair. As the complainant screamed, the defendant stated, "If you keep screaming, I'll keep hitting you." As the defendant placed one hand on her neck and applied pressure for 30 seconds, causing pain and the inability to breathe. At the hospital, the complainant told the police that it was difficult to swallow and her ear still hurts.
Yo. Well, you think this is the club? Don't talk. Yes, you.
Mr. Williams. Matter of fact, do me one favor, sit one seat back. for
Mr.
me.
Bassi, don't talk to people, please.
Complainant advised that it was difficult for her to swallow and her ear hurts from the closed fist strikes. The officer observed the complainant at the hospital with a neck brace and dried blood on her ear.
Mr. Cobbs, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and then you must come back. If you fail to come back, I will 10 times the bond that you have now. Do you understand? No.
I'm on color. I mean, like, I got to call and do the every day.
Now sending you for a drug test. Do you understand? You must come right back. Are you working?
Yes.
What do you do?
Warehouse part-time.
Okay, I'm sending you for a drug test, and I want you to come back, and then we'll talk about your lawyer's situation. As far as it stands now, I don't want you to have contact with this person. Don't be in possession of your weapons. Do you understand? I don't see a protective order has been issued, guys. Have you seen on Cobbs?
On the AFM judge, I'm looking at the
Rachel, I'd like to send Mr. Cobb for a drug test right now.
and I see a Moet on the misdemeanor on the felony. I see a Moet.
Can you file one so we can do one as well? So that if he
Sure,
tries
I can
out,
file
please. Okay. I'm entering now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies Araceli Maria Montano as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? If you violate this court order, the state can and will file additional cases against you. And then you violate that, I can hold you at no bond, zero bond. And I will do it in a heartbeat to protect every single person in Harris County. Do you understand, Mr. Cobb?
Judge, if he's being monitored, do I need to file bond petitions still?
No,
Okay.
but I want the mow up so that if he tries to, get out there and
Yes,
act the
yes,
fool, then we can hold him. Okay, Mr. Cobb, I'm gonna have you sign, well, first I'm gonna have you come up here, sign the order for protection. After that, I'm gonna have you sign a reset, then we're gonna send you for a drug test, and then we'll see you here back in 30 minutes. Mr. Dasaki, you speak and understand English. Would you like a translator?
Yes.
What type of?
I can understand.
You can understand? Okay, sir, you're charged with, if you don't understand anything, please let me know. You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause to see whether we should go forward with this case or not. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On September 15th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a crash at the 7800 block of West FM 1960 Road in Harris County, Texas. The defendant stated that he was driving when the crash occurred. The wheel witness stated that she came to a complete stop at a red light and the defendant crashed into the back of her car, causing her to crash into another vehicle. The will witness stated that she witnessed the defendant in the driver's seat of the vehicle. An officer noticed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, and poor balance while walking. Standardfield sobriety test showed 6 out of 6 signs for the horizontal gaze nystagmus test, 3 out of 4 on walk-in or one leg stand, and 8 out of 8 on walk-in turn. The DIC 24 was read and the defendant consented to blood.
I need to see, number one, license, number two, any prior DWIs.
No prior DWIs.
Okay.
And
Mr. Bisaki, are you a United States citizen? Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sorry.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
I don't know, sir.
You should know. That is a very important question, Mr. Bisaki.
I'm not a citizen.
Sorry?
I'm not a citizen.
I know that. But are you allowed to be in this country?
Yeah.
How?
I came here with lottery. I came here with a victim card.
With a victim card?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to probably talk to someone to see if that is still valid or not. Because if you have any problems with your immigration and you go to jail, immigration will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over, and then they will ship you to immigration and you're going to sit there and wait, and that'll take 6 months, 9 months for them to do anything with you. You need to know.
Judge, we cannot run his driver license because he does not have a driver license number on file.
Okay. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
Then you are not allowed to drive. I hope that you understand this very, very clearly, because if I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months, and I can put you in jail for up to 6 months every time you drive. Tell me, what do you do for a living, sir?
I'm working I'm making, but with FX.
Okay. How much money do you make a month?
Maybe 115.
What?
115,000 or 2,000.
So 1,500 to 2,000 a month? And who are you here with in this country? Are you here with anyone? Are you married? Do you have children?
No, I'm not married. I'm not children.
Would you like a court-appointed lawyer, sir? Would you like a court-appointed lawyer? You need a lawyer to represent you in this case, right? You can go hire one. If you can afford one, you can go pay for one. Otherwise, I'm willing to give you a lawyer.
Okay.
What would you like? Would you like me to give you a lawyer? Okay. I want you to understand one more thing, Mr. Bisaki. You are not allowed to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I will test you. If I find that you consume alcohol, and I don't care what it is, I will put you in jail. You need to think that if you don't have anyone to bond you out, if I put you in jail, you'll be stuck in there.
I just didn't know.
I still need him to fill out an application. I need you to fill out an application for me, but I will give you a lawyer today, Mr. Bisaki. Remember, do not drive, do not use alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand, sir? Okay, come on. Shante Johnson. Ms. Johnson, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On September 13, 2024, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a delayed assault call at 1325 Greens Parkway in Harris County, Texas. The law enforcement officer made contact with the complainant, who stated that he heard a loud noise coming from the defendant's truck exhaust. The complainant stated that he looked outside and observed the defendant slash his tires with an unknown sharp object. The complainant stated that the vehicle was no longer drivable. The damages are approximately $400. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated she had no idea why law enforcement officers would want to talk to her in an alleged crime against the complainant. The defendant was detained and ID'd with her Texas driver's license.
Ms. Johnson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. How old are you, ma'am?
28.
You're 28 years old. Let's go through this now. Starting in 2015, we have an assault bodily injury. In 15, an assault, another assault. Theft. Now let's jump to 2016. Felony forgery, another theft. 18, theft. 18, theft. 22, terroristic threat. Theft, 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 theft. And now criminal mischief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and now 13. Lucky number 13. I'm sending you for a drug test, man, and I want you to come right back. And if you fail to come right back, I will multiply your bond by 10. Do you understand that? I'm ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to be in possession of any weapons, and I'm going to put a whole host of other conditions on you because apparently someone's not getting the message. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I will see you back in 30 minutes.
Right this way.
Wonderful. Vic?
Oh, this is Martin on page 15.
Good morning, Mr. Martin.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Martin, you're charged with indecent exposure. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
July 18, 2024, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officers met with the complainant, who stated that he was being followed by the defendant, who was masturbating in front of the complainant on multiple occasions. The complainant stated that on June 6, 2024, he was painting an apartment in a public area of the complex when the defendant showed up and began masturbating in front of him. Complainant has video footage of the incident and showed officers where the defendant can be seen standing roughly 20 feet away from the complainant with his shirt lifted and the front of his shorts down, rapidly stroking his penis.
Where is, you said this is an apartment complex?
Yes.
What apartment complex is this?
1 second, Judge.
Mr. Martin, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond to keep it in your pants while you're outside. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you pick up any more cases like this, you start acting like this, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. Do you live at this apartment complex? I don't know what we're going to do because I don't want you to go within 200 feet of this person. I don't care. I don't know how we're going to handle this now because I don't want him going anywhere near this person. Is this a maintenance worker or who is it?
I believe so because it said he's painting a public area in the apartment complex.
Can you do me a favor? Would you mind guys reaching out to the apartment complex, perhaps the manager, finding out who this person is, how we can keep them away, where Mr. Martin lives in relation to everything so that they don't accidentally bump into each other. Mr. Martin, I'm telling you now, if I find that you start acting a fool again like this or doing anything like this in the public, you know what happens. You got out of jail because we gave you a PR bond. What's going to happen if I raise it up to 10, 15,000? If you don't have anyone to pony up that kind of money, you'll be stuck like Chuck in there until this thing is over with. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For now, I want him to just take a seat in the jury box while we figure out about the apartment complex. I'm going to have you sign up. Hold on. How old are you?
25.
What do you do for a living?
I'm gonna start working soon for valet in the downtown.
Did you graduate from high school?
I'm sorry.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
What did you do after high school?
After high school, I went to college for a couple years. Then I had dropped out due to personal problems, and I just started working ever since.
What happened as far as personal problems?
Just
why stop? I mean, you're headed in a good direction. Why stop?
Well, in the midst of personal problems of me and my family was on the brink of homelessness sometimes, and I had to drop out of college to basically get a job or another job to basically help pay bills within our household. So,
when is the last time you've had a full-time job?
About 3 weeks ago.
Doing what?
I was working at Popeyes as a cashier.
Okay. Who do you live with now?
I live with family currently. I'm sorry.
Who? Mom, dad?
Mom.
Do they know about this case?
They some information, but not the full details of it.
Be careful, because I will give you a lawyer today, Mr. Martin. But if you start acting up and I put you in jail, everyone's going to know about it real quick, and then things are just going to go sideways. You have the opportunity now. We gave you a free bond. You were out there now in the free world. Don't act up in the free world, otherwise I'll take it away from you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to trail anyone, not only this person, but anyone. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. In the interim, I'm going to have you fill out an application for an appointed lawyer, and then I want to find out from them more information, and then we'll revisit this. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Judge, I'm so sorry. I have the name of the apartment. I believe it's the Residences at the Mid. But also, based on the rip call, it's saying that the complainant is painting, so I'll call.
Yeah, I'd like to know, can we somehow... Yeah, please. Oh, then let's wait. We'll wait. Look, we've got time. It's still early. And if you're the only one here, then don't, because we'll wait. He can wait. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Williams. We issued a warrant for your arrest because you were on bond for a criminal trespass with a deadly weapon. And now, what, am I speaking Swahili? What do you not understand about you are on bond for a criminal trespass? You picked up 2 new cases.
Yeah, with a deadly weapon.
Correct. You're on bond for a criminal trespass. And now you've picked up another criminal trespass and an interfering with the duties of a public servant. I don't know what happened. We're going to do probable cause. So let's find out what happened. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Ready?
I'm sorry, Judge, what is the last name again?
Williams.
Yes, Judge.
Kenneth Williams.
On September 13th, 2024, officer unviewed a known trespasser at 4400 North Freeway standing outside of the Murphy USA gas station. Officer attempted to make contact with defendant and asked him if he was supposed to be at the location. He stated he was just passing by. Defendant was opening the door for people to go inside the establishment. Officer then tried to detain defendant when defendant began walking away from officer. Officer told defendant to place his hands behind his back and once again told him he was being detained. Officer attempted to detain defendant and he began pushing away from officer by stiffening his arms and body and lowering his body's center of gravity to make it difficult for officer to place him in handcuffs. One of the officers utilized a takedown to lower defendant to the ground. Officer attempted to put handcuffs on the defendant and he kept stiffening his arms and pushing his legs while stating, "Let me get up. I'm not going to jail. I ain't did nothing. What did I do? I know my rights."
Tell me what happened with the other trespass, please, with the deadly weapon.
Okay, so this is the same set of facts as the criminal trespass out of the same transaction.
Same place?
There is, yes, Judge. And there is another criminal trespass at 45 East Cross Timbers Street. That was on September 7th. Yes, Judge. Well, older case, it was September 7th and these were September 14th. They're a week apart. It's a different location.
All right, so Mr. Williams, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So in this case now, what happened was we give you a free bond. You were supposed to come to court. You didn't come to court. You took off. We issued a warrant. I'm telling you what happened.
Oh, okay. No, sir. I was in the hospital. I had my hand. Yes, sir. I never took
Then
off.
you're supposed to come back and let us know. If you were truly in the hospital, all I know, you're out there in the free world, and now you've picked up another 2 cases.
I just got out of jail from this. I didn't understand that they never said nothing to me about this, sir. So this threatened me at all.
They never said nothing to you about what?
When I went the 14th or the 13th or whatever last week, well, that's why I was coming really coming here to talk about my property and everything. But besides that, I was never told nothing about that.
Let's do this. Let's do this. You have a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in back, but I'm going to provide you a lawyer now, and let's find out what we're going to do with your cases, and then I'll bring you back out and we'll talk. Okay? But we got to figure out what we're going to do with you. You've got an open warrant now.
How? I know.
Because you picked up 2 new cases. You're not supposed to pick up new cases.
Hospital, sir. I had my paperwork and everything, sir.
Goes with you. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer. Mr. Williams, don't worry. We're going to try to reach something with your cases. But I'm going to give you a lawyer now. We're going to figure out what happens. Okay? All right.
Remember, we just talked. Let's go talk.
So basically, it's an indecent exposure where he's out and about. He's out and about following people allegedly and going at it.
Okay.
My concern is that he lives in an apartment complex where this was allegedly happening.
On Holly Hall? Yes, sir.
So I want to craft conditions that he doesn't go anywhere near the complaining witness. And if this person is a regular worker at the complex, we might have an issue. I don't know.
He is an employee. So he works there. Every time I spoke to him, he said like that was my work site at the time. Does he work there?
So I tried reaching out to him. I called several times. He did not pick up. I left voicemail. I tried to contact the apartment complex. It does not transfer to a real person. It says go contact on our website. So I filled out the contact form And yeah, so
I get it.
since if the complainant is just an employee who works in the apartment complex,
Problem is those guys, they're floating all over the apartment complex, and I don't want him to run in. I don't want you to have contact with this person, right? I don't want you to actually bump into him. You're making it as awkward as it can be. And I don't want you to make it any more awkward for this person who all he's trying to do is work and earn a living.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know how we do this, Carl, because I don't want him to have contact with this person, yet the person works all over the complex. He's the maintenance man.
Right. I think a no contact order would actually suffice in this one because the complainant's been pretty responsive to me.
Okay, but
I think no contact
no
order.
contact, but he can still be across the way, still doing what he's doing.
If he's continuing to do what he's allegedly doing, he would pick up a new law violation. I mean, that's already been established by the fact that we've arrested him already for that. So, I think the admonishment and no contact, the complainant would tell me.
Because I mean, if you think about it now, though, he's not been contacting him, right? He just goes near him and does what he's doing.
Well,
what I want to
actually,
do is I don't want him to even go near this person.
The complainant hasn't seen him since. So that's actually, from what I understand, but I contacted him just yesterday about this case. Actually, I contacted him today. No, the case notes. 2 days ago, sorry. I contacted him 2 days ago. There hasn't been any subsequent contact.
Okay.
So,
do you mind just one more time letting him know we've entered in a no contact order, and I don't want him to go anywhere near this individual. I don't want you to go near him at all. If he's working at a particular location, you happen to see him, go the other way, walk the other way. If you go near him, I'm going to put you in jail. That's it. You know, if your family is truly having problems with money now, do you think that they're going to want to pony up $5,000 to $10,000 to get you out? No. So that's, you know, what's going to happen. Because if I see it again, your bond will be $10,000 to $15,000. That's it. We mean business. You understand?
No contact without the address exclusion.
Okay, so Mr. Martin, no contact, no weapons, and just don't go near him. I mean, I guess 10 feet, but does it give a distance of what the normal interaction now was? Was it like 10 feet, 10 feet?
It doesn't give it. No, it doesn't give a distance, but I'm not aware. I don't think the complaint.
You're smart enough to know, just don't. Okay, I guess that'll suffice, Carl, and we'll see. I've given you a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with Carl. He will help you with this case, you know. The other thing that you need to understand is these types of cases, if you pick up a second one, you have to register as a sex offender. And you register as a sex offender for a minimum of 10 years. And I'm going to tell you, once you get on that registry, your life is basically over. Everyone knows about it. You can't do anything in your life without being monitored by everyone, the federal government, local law enforcement, district attorneys across the state, really. So take it to heart. Okay, guys, thanks.
Thank you.
Is that state's bond condition?
Yeah, states. Yeah.
He's filling it up.
It stops today. You tested positive for methamphetamine, cocaine, THC, and ecstasy. It ends today. From now forth, you'll be required to come every Monday and Thursday to take a drug test. And if you continue to test positive for anything whatsoever, I will put you in jail, and I'm going to make your bond extremely high. Do you understand me?
It's the only thing I just been in my system, but I'm saying I can work. So it's like, how y'all want me to come every day?
If I wanted to,
I'm already calling.
Put you in jail right now. That's why I'm giving you the opportunity now. For you now know, as of today going forth, If you test positive for meth, cocaine, ecstasy, that stuff stays in your system, at least the cocaine, 2-3 days max. So the next time I have you come, if you test positive for anything, I'm not going to take you in custody now for the weed, but I'll give you about a month and a half to clean from the weed. And if you test positive for weed again after a month and a half, I'm going to put your butt in jail. Do you understand? All the dope stops now. And if you can't stop it on your own, I'm going to do it for you. It's going to happen one way or the other, and I don't care. I am giving you now the opportunity to stop it on yourself, and you need to do whatever you need to do to get that monkey off your back, whether it's doing AA classes, whether it's doing NA classes, whether it's doing something else. But because if you don't,
How are you saying the testing, like, when am I supposed to come? Because I called and now you saying call, come Monday,
don't worry about
Thursday.
calling, because I'm having you coming every Monday and Thursday. You ain't got, or you got to call for the felony case, because
That's why I'm saying I don't understand this, and I work so hard. That's going. I already got this on my leg, and like I'm not finna. They not gonna. I can't just be leaving the job and showing up late. I've been in court 3-4 times. I've been over here to 49. This whole week I've been missing and back and forth to work.
I'm supposed to have sympathy because you picked up an assault case and then you picked up a choking case?
I'm saying, how can I take all these
And,
drugs?
and you've got all this dope on you? No.
All right, sure.
The problem is that I can't trust you to.
I gotta call every day and take
Listen, what I'm saying is I can't trust you to tell me, all right, I'm going to stop.
I will stop. I just got on this. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna make me lose my job coming. I don't have a car. I gotta come Uber. I stay far, then I gotta go to work. Monday, Thursday, that's work days. Then I gotta find my way back to work. Then I gotta call when they call. That's gonna be 3 times a week for that. Like that's just that don't even. I'm trying, but like I just got on it. I can stop. I ain't even started. I just got out of jail a few days ago. Now you saying come twice a week and
Here's
call.
what I can do for you. I will have you come here once a week. On the other day, you got to go to a Quest Diagnostics where you live and take a test there, but I can't pay for it there.
Say, okay.
A Quest Diagnostics, which is a drug lab that you can take a test at to show me that you're not using. I'm willing to work with you in that way, but I can't pay for it then. You're going to have to pay for your own drug test then. While here, when you come to downtown, I can pay for it for you.
So I go to 49 San Jacinto once a week. And then I got
And on your other day, you can go to a Quest and take a test there. They have them all over the city. So I'm sure there's one 5 minutes to your house. You're just going to have to find them.
Sure.
Mr. Cobb.
So that's just that don't even like. All right, so
listen, I'm very happy that you're frustrated and this sucks for you.
I'm not frustrated. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it to work so I keep paying my fees to be able to.
You ain't got no fees with me.
I'm just saying.
You ain't got no fees with me.
So if I do that, how long can I get off of this? I don't have money to be going Uber. I don't even know. It's gonna be 3-4 times a week.
And I know that you're not using is when I'll take you off.
All right.
You want a lawyer too, Mr. Khan?
Yes.
All right. I'll give you a lawyer. It's not a problem. All I want is you to not be violent and you not to be using. That's all I want. And if I can find that cop, I want to say Randall Cobb, but that's a football. If I can find that Ronald Cobb, the one that doesn't use, that doesn't be violent, then I'm a happy person. That's who I want to find. I don't know where he is, but I want to find him. And if you can show him to me, I'll be happy. Can you appoint him a lawyer, please?
Yes.
Okay. All right, man.
I'm gonna just come down here because I don't know where to go look for a test or whatever. I just come down here.
I'll have you talk to a lawyer. And then I'll let you choose what you want to do. Whatever you want to do, I'm happy to do.
So today, Friday. So when do I come?
Monday.
I'm already scheduled. So I'm scheduled to go to 49 Monday already. So,
okay. So
what time do I?
You're killing two birds with one stone.
It don't matter what time I just go.
Don't go there at 4 o'clock.
Oh no.
Go there at 4 o'clock. They're not.
I know.
Termination warrant. Okay. Do you need to sign a receipt?
You already signed.
Okay, so just hang tight. We're gonna find you a lawyer. If you want to take a seat in the box. Mr. Bradley, you tested positive for marijuana. You smoke weed, don't work, ain't got a license. It stops today. I want you from now on to become a productive member of society, and we have enough. I just don't want it. This is not a way to go through life, just smoking weed all day, making nothing of yourself, end up 70 years old trying to work as 7-hour, or $7 an hour job. No, it stops now. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the next step? I mean, no thoughts of college, a trade career. Okay. Why? Who's in your life now?
Right now, just my mom, my grandmother, my kids, and my girlfriend.
You got a kid? What, guys, please, what have you done to provide for your kid?
I did have a job, but then stuff just got rocky for me. My life started to, everything just started to shake my world. That's all that's been going on. Like, it's been L after L, like loss after loss. And I'm just trying to get back.
That should motivate you to try to better yourself and do better. And, if everything craps out in your life, that should motivate you to want to be a better person and to work hard to be able to provide so that perhaps your kids can have more than what you had. Going through life and doing nothing, and your kids need food, they need clothes, they need money. They can't do this stuff by themselves. They need your help. If you're man enough to have a baby, then you're man enough to have a job. And if you don't, I'm going to put you in jail and you're going to be cutting grass in the jail. One way or the other, you're going to be working. And from now on, the next time you smoke dope, I'm going to put you in jail. And I'm going to make your bond extremely high. Do you understand? I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks and I'm going to see what you have done to get a job. If you've done nothing, life's not going well. It's just not going to go well for you. You catch my drift?
Oh, it's unnecessary over there. All the sign and the heavy breathing is not necessary.
Okay. I'm going to give you a lawyer today. You will be tested 35 to 40 days from today. And if you test positive again for marijuana, and I don't care if it's an edible, I don't care if it's THC, if it's a gummy, whatever it is, you will go to jail.
Sure.
Do you understand?
Sure.
I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks. I want to see what you've done to get a job. Got it? Take a seat for me in the jury box. Come up, Ms. Contreras.
She was ordered to go get drug testing, but she lived in San Antonio and she couldn't make it here in time to do the drug testing. So she called me and did a drug test in San Antonio and brought it for the court. And she's here now to resolve her case and address the bond violations.
Okay, I'm sending you for a test right now, man.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see.
And Judge, last
Is this
one,
a true first? you mind providing this back? Stephen, do you mind giving this back? Is this your true first or does she have more?
And I talked to Chief last week about it, and we are going to plead it to 3 days in the county jail.
Oh, do you want to do that today?
Yes, she's already.
Oh, if you're gonna do that now, then I'm gonna send her for a test.
Okay, sounds good. I just wanted
Sure,
you to
that's what you want to do, man?
It's 3 days in jail.
Yes. Well, remember, you're gonna get credit for the 1 day you served.
But I have to go back to work.
You're not gonna go to jail.
Oh, okay.
She's just concerned that she's gonna miss work if she has to go to jail, but it's gonna be a time.
Going to jail for 10 weeks.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to jail for 10 weeks.
If you fail another drug test.
No, I'm kidding.
I don't do drugs.
Man, if we're taking care of the case, then it just goes away and we're done today. Well, it doesn't go away, but we're done today. If that's what you want to do, then you just.
I wanted to bring it to the court's attention that it wasn't intentional, because when I spoke to her, she told me she was not able to make it there. And so she said that she was gonna go get one through.
Next time, if you live in a different city, we need to know about this so we can take the appropriate action. And what we do is we send you to a Quest diagnostic of where you live, because I don't know this place. I don't know if they're certified to do these types of labs, because there are a lot of places where you can just buy a result. And so that's why there are very few labs that we actually trust. Okay. But regardless, if you're wanting to just be done with it today, then we can just do that.
She does, Judge. I think she was passing through Houston because she lives in San Antonio. So it's inconvenient for her to come back to Houston if she was going to do some sort of PTI or probation.
You know, she has 2 cases, right?
She does, the FSGI, which is going to get dismissed.
Okay, all right.
Are you ready for her to get a thumbprint?
Are you ready or no? Yeah.
Okay, step over here for a second.
Matthew Martin.
Okay. Ms. Contreras, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with failure to stop and give information. On both of those cases, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you, I think, 3 days in jail and credit for the time that you've already done. So basically, it's a proverbial slap on the wrist. However, you must understand that the DWI will go on your record. If you were ever pulled over, the first thing an officer does is they're going to look up your prior criminal history. They're going to see a DWI. If you smell like alcohol or dope, what do you think an officer is going to do to you?
Same thing. Send me to jail.
Right. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for whatever you may pick up. The other thing is that once you pick up a DWI second offense, it's a lot more intrusive. You'll have guardian interlocks. You'll have devices on your ankles. You'll have to do a lot more drug testing. So I'm telling you now, it's so much more intrusive. It costs you so much more. It's incredible. And I will tell you now, on people who come here with second offenses, I've started to make them pay for everything, and they're going to pay $6,500 at a minimum on a second offense. And if you don't pay, you go to jail for all that time. So if you want to drink, great. Do it until your heart's content. Have 32 beers, 52 shots of tequila. Just don't get into a car. For $20, all you got to do is hit one button and it'll take you anywhere you want to go. Don't matter where you want to go. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's so easy. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty to an offense, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
I have to pay the consequences.
I have to suspend your license as well. I will suspend your license for the minimum, which is 90 days. I have to. The law says I have to. So But I will do it for the minimum, and just be careful, because if you're caught driving on a suspended license, you're going to be right back in here. And like I said, even on a suspended license case, from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you have any questions? Are you appointed or retained?
Appointed judge.
Because you're owning up to this, I'm going to help you out today. But I'm going to tell you, I will not be understanding if you come back with a second offense. I'm going to roll your court costs today. What that means is I'm waiving somewhere in the neighborhood of around $3,500 in fines and fees that you will not owe today because you're owning up to this. But like I said, I will not be understanding. You pick up a second case, you're going to be paying out the wazoo. Do you understand me?
Yes, I think I learned my lesson, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty, and I will follow the agreement, sentence you to 3 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. Like I said, I'm suspending your license for 90 days. We will roll your car costs and your supervision fees so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you. And on motion of the state, your other case is dismissed.
I have only one question. I came from San Antonio here driving, so.
She wants permission to drive back.
Okay, I've suspended her license.
Okay, I'll talk to your cousin. We can get him.
No, I mean, what we could do is, if you want to, we could, do this on Monday. You can find a way over here and do it. That way you don't have to drive home. But I can't authorize you to drive when I suspend your license. I'm, in effect, would be committing a crime. I'm happy to postpone it to next week if you want. Yeah.
It's work.
Did you come here with anyone today?
I'm sorry?
Did you come here with anyone today?
No, I drove all night to come here to court.
She left work. She works night shift, so she left work this morning. And
You want to, if you were to do a probation, then I won't suspend your license.
The probation we talk about.
we spent a lot of time talking about her
But
options.
the probation, then you can't drink.
She can't miss work to report. We went through all of these options already.
As far as the reporting is concerned, can we do Zoom reporting?
Not for that person. They'll have to report.
So, ma'am, what I can do though is if you do the probation, all you have to do is report for the one time, and then I'll allow you to do Zoom reporting for the remainder. You know?
And the probation is.
And then you keep your license. I won't suspend it. All you have to do is a DW education class, one victim impact panel, and that's it. But you keep your license.
I have to drive to go to work every day.
Can we change the plea now, Judge?
Sure, of course, of course. Sorry, guys. We have to do probation because she needs to keep her license instead of the time served. Thank you. You running off again, man? Hey, let's do it.
Oh, that was Contreras that fled?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which one are we?
She took care of both.
Oh. On the DWI, she's.
Hey, Josh.
I totally forgot about Wallace in custody. I was able to speak to the supervisor there, and she said that he can definitely come back to.
Oh, Wallace. Yeah.
Wallace,
Great job. Who did you talk to?
So the lady that I had texted up in the bar gave me the supervisor's number and said you can talk to her. And so, but I spoke with her. She said that she didn't even mean for the police to come out. They were trying to get him to the hospital.
You want bringing him out? Great. So we found
but he can go back for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is he going to get there? I know that that's going to be.
Right. Let's see. I don't know.
Let's ask him if he knows someone that can give him a ride. Do you have that number?
I do.
What's the number? if we let him out, there's no way he's going to walk there. He's not going to know how to get there, right? So it's like setting him up to fail. So let's see if we can get him a ride. Tell me when you're ready.
It'll be 832-466-7983. Melanie Ambery.
Hello.
Is this Miss Ambery?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is David Fleischer. I'm the judge here in Harris County. And we have a gentleman by the name of Todd Wallace here in custody who's been charged with assault of a family member. And I had the lawyer, Josh, reach out to you guys to see, we don't want to keep him in jail. But at the same time, we don't want to let him out and just have him walk the streets of Harris County because, you know, that's just not a good thing to happen. Josh told me,
Sorry.
hold on, Mr. Wallace. I'll give you a second. But it seems like you guys are willing to take him back. Is that right?
Yes. He was never supposed to be in jail in the first place. Todd has a issue going on, a mental issue. And his medicines, he's off balance. The ambulance was supposed to come and get him in the hospital so he can get his medicine adjusted and get his mind right.
Is he not taking the medication?
He's taking the medication, but what they did was switched his medication, which is not good.
Why would they do that?
I have no idea.
I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Right. And so they took him off the old medicine he was on, and he just started going off the handle, messing with everybody in the house.
Come on.
And so we called the ambulance to try to get him in the hospital so that we could get him right.
With the officers wouldn't listen, huh?
Jail. Yeah. And I'm like, jail is not where he needs to be.
No, and I agree with you. And Miss Ambry, we're trying to get him out. My only problem, so we have a place for him to go to now. My only other problem is, how are we going to get him there? Because if we let him out of jail, they're just going to put him on the street. Is there someone that can come pick him up by chance?
All the cars are out, and I can't get him right about now.
No. So from the time that I grant him a PR bond, he probably will be released sometime between 6 to 8 hours because it takes time to process him out. So it's not an immediate thing. It'll take, at least 7 to 8 hours for him just to get out.
Is it possible that you guys can just transfer him to the hospital instead? Because once he released, of course he's welcome to come back, but it's going to be hard for us to try to get him into the hospital. These ambulances and they act as though.
I don't know. Miss Emery, I don't know the answer to that question. I have to talk to other, district attorneys in the mental health division and another lawyer to see where we would transfer him to, and I just don't know how that would happen.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him help, and we usually let him go. They usually take him to HCPC or Bentar, but for some reason he ended up in jail, and that's not a good thing for Todd.
I don't
even understand why he's there.
I don't have anyone here that will be able to just take him to Ben Taub,
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You don't have anyone at the home that can come pick him up and take him?
The cars are out, is what's going on. Everybody is out, they're gone. And I don't know what time they will be back. Probably About the time you guys ready to release him, I'll probably have a ride by then to get him. It's just that if we go take him to the hospital, they're not going to want to keep him. That's why we call the ambulances and get them to take him. Then they'll keep him.
Can we have you pick him up, take him back to the house, and you have an ambulance waiting for him there?
If he refuses, the ambulance won't take him. We have to wait until he causes a major problem, and that's what we're trying not to do. He ended up in jail because he started getting in everybody's face. One of the guys, he just pushed him and scratched him, and that guy don't have a mind as well. And the police asked him, did he want to file charges? And Mr. Palmer go, yeah. Hell yeah. And it's like, don't listen to him.
Well, I mean, they have to, you know?
Yeah.
They have to listen to all sides of the story. So, I don't know. The only other thing I can do is I mean, if you guys cannot pick him up, then I'm going to hold him until Monday, and then I'm going to talk to the mental health division to see what we can do to get him perhaps taken to the Harris Center. The only problem is it's already now 11:45, and I just don't have the time to get everything done today. And tomorrow's Saturday, and everybody leaves. Nobody's here, so
I can take that chance of waiting till Monday if it helps.
okay.
I can wait.
I need to get Lori on this case.
Lori?
Yeah.
If she gets on it, it's about to be done, and then it comes back.
God, dog, and that's gonna take what? 30 days? No, I don't want to do that. That's nuts.
I mean, I can ask her if there's another way, but
We need to get him to the Harris Center. Tell me, Kavita.
I can give an email to the attorney, email at the Harris Center, and they can get a set of records for him being ordered to be signed, or he gets released directly to the Harris
Let's
Center.
do that. Can you,
I can email it to you. Can I write your email down?
Josh, can you do that, please? That way we can get him to the Harris Center. Mr. Wallace, I don't want to release you to the street. I don't think that you'll make it back to the house. And Houston is so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a plan so that we can get you to the Harris Center so that we can have you evaluated and see which are the correct medication you should be taking. It's going to take a little bit more time though. I can't do it everything. I can't get everything done today. I think hopefully the latest by Monday, we can have you done and transferred to the Harris Center by then. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm sorry. I wish I could get everything done today. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Sure. And then do you have pen and paper by chance, Miss Ambry?
Let me grab a pen.
I'd like to give you Josh, the attorney who's working with Mr. Wallace. I'd like to give you his number just in case, please.
Okay. Well, what I can just put it in the phone. What is it?
346
346
648
648
Okay.
4138.
4138. And his name is Josh.
4138. Okay. Okay.
This is the attorney she spoke with yesterday.
And this is the attorney that's working with him.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll put it on for Monday, and then if you can get with Kavita to get an email to the Harris Center, and then usually what we do is we have precise release instructions that release them to 3 or 4 different people, and then we'll take them directly there to the Harris Center.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Ambry. I appreciate the help.
Yes, sir. Have a good weekend.
You too. Take care. Okay, Mr. Wallace. Okay, we're gonna take care of you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh. Well, if you run in any resistance, just let me know, and then
sure. Yeah.
You have my cell phone, right?
I do. Yes. Yeah.
Just text me if you ever have any issues, and then we'll find a workaround.
Okay. Great.
Thank you so much, Kavita. That's what you were doing. I was thinking that we had already done it. What are we doing? Okay. Okay.
I'll come back with you.
Okay. So, Ms. Contreras, we're going to do a different deal now, where it's 180 days in jail. I will probate it for 1 year. Understand it's still a conviction on your record, right? So whenever you get pulled over everything I told you before, it's still going to happen. If you even have the faintest smell of alcohol on your breath, an officer is going to assume that you have a crazy tolerance. They don't care that you're drunk or not. All they see in their eyes, a prior DWI, they're never going to let you go. So, that in mind, as part of this agreement, you will do one DWI education class. That is what keeps your license from getting suspended. By you doing that class, DPS will not suspend your license. You will do one victim impact panel. You will need a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. No drugs, no alcohol, no breath test refusal, meaning if you're pulled over, an officer asks you to take a breath test, you must submit to it, and a guardian interlock. Okay. I will allow you to do Zoom reporting. Okay.
Judge, I can transfer the case. Do you want me to transfer or have her just report here to Harris County?
You tell me.
I will prefer to be there.
Oh, so we'll transfer it. But a year's, it's 18 months.
It's
Yeah,
18 months, so it's fine.
for sure. Okay. If you ever have any questions, all you have to do is call Kavita, come back here. We're always willing to help you. The worst thing you can possibly do is just not show up. If you just fail to show up, boom, warrant issues, no questions asked. Give me questions. Okay, all the rights that we did before apply again. So I'm not going to go through all that dog and pony show. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty to the DWI?
Guilty.
Okay. I will find you guilty. I will modify the agreement to do the probation. I will not suspend your license.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Judge, earlier you moved off report costs and fines. Are we going to do the same thing?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, otherwise she'll be paying out.
Mr. Williams is 3 cases. This morning, I spoke with him, and it looks as if he had a criminal trespass where he did not show up for court, and then subsequently another criminal trespass in an interference case. In talking with him, I learned a little bit about him, Judge. He is not originally from Harris County, although he does reside in Harris County now, but he doesn't have a place to live. He told me about his housing troubles and how that hasn't come through yet, and also that he is in the process of receiving benefits for his disabilities, which he has a few. Nothing mental. He seems to have never been treated for mental illness. He understands the charges.
Hold on, Mr. Brooks.
Sure. Yes, sir.
And it seems to me like he is someone who has been living off of a disability for his entire life and probably never had a legitimate full-time job. And he's now what, 40s, maybe?
He is close to.
Holy moly, he looks like he's 52.
Yeah, he looks like he's endured some hardships.
Does he have a lot of criminal history elsewhere?
I asked him the same thing, and he said he may have had something when he was like 20 years old in South Carolina. That's the place where he lived before here, and that's where he's from. Thank you.
No, Judge, nothing else out of Harris County.
Kenneth Williams, the guy that we had back there,
Yeah.
where, it looks like all his cases here, just the 3 cases, he's from elsewhere, right? He's not from here.
Yes.
He's here now, but he's homeless, right?
Yes, sir.
I wanted to know how dangerous of a person he is.
So you're asking about his
Right. NCIC.
So when you go, he has a whole lot of South Carolina history.
Oh, he does.
The dispositions are unknown, but it starts in 04. He has possession 28 grams or less. Then criminal, domestic violence. He has a couple of non-support, but those are like family.
I'm more
receiving stolen property, assault, battery in 2017. A couple other child support stuff there. 2020 entering premises after warning, so I guess that's
Trespass,
their,
yes.
their version of a trespass, that's convicted. Public disorderly conduct in 2021, convicted. Assault battery, third, convicted in 2021. Larceny, convicted in 2021. 2022, public disorderly conduct, disposition unknown. Felt up here, unknown. Another assault battery in 2023, third, dismissed. Then in 2024, he had a shoplifting and public disorderly conduct, both convictions in South Carolina.
What was that? When was that last one?
Public disorderly conduct and shoplifting.
What month? And this year?
This year, it doesn't show a month, but it shows convictions. It doesn't show a month.
Why are you here? Why are you here?
I feel like my life, change my life for the sake of my kids and me. Yes, sir.
But you're not, though. You're leaving a wake of destruction. You're not. You have to understand that if you go from one state to the other and you continue to pick up criminal cases, it's only on one person. And it's on you. You can't say it was South Carolina, it wasn't Montana, it wasn't, because wherever you go, you pick up criminal cases. And we gave you a bond the first time and you just took off on us. The only reason you're here now is because you picked up another 2 cases.
And Judge, if I may, Mr. Williams told me and shared that he was attacked. He had to go to the hospital. He had some significant head injuries where he had to get stitches. Some guys jumped him. He doesn't know who they are, but he was in Memorial Hermann Hospital for a period of time. Could have been from as little as 5 days up to maybe even 2 weeks. He does not remember. He just knows he was in Memorial Hermann. He came out, they cut all his hair off. He had long hair, but they had to treat his head injuries, which he had stitches on the left side of his head. That's why he did not come to court on the first case. He said when he walked in here today, he had no idea that he had 2 additional cases, which I do believe because I went through the Dems with him.
I don't believe that for a second because he knew he got arrested and he knew just when he got arrested, they, told him they were going to charge him with more cases, When is the last time you've had a full-time job, Mr. Williams? Have you ever had a full-time job?
Yes, sir.
What year? What decade was it?
This decade, every year. But it's been, I was working for Fluence Water Sports, and I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
And that's when my family hit my head and started having seizures. And that's when they diagnosed me with epilepsy. And every time I put the application out for a job and put that, I have that, they won't give me a job or whatever. That's why I flew up here to get my disability started quicker than down there because I've been trying to get my disability down there for like 13, 14 years. And then my caseworker up here named Adrian is supposed to be going on and all that. It's supposed to be getting together, but it just, I don't know what's going on with it. But they got my food stuff started and all that type of stuff. And that's what was going on that they, when they locked me up that day, I was walking through the parking lot. So I was still, because yes, I am homeless and I was sleeping.
I'm going to tell you now,
Yes, sir.
I'm not releasing you to the street. I'm not letting you out on the street. I don't want you to be homeless, and I'm not going to let you be out on the street just homeless, because ultimately what's going to happen is you don't have the wherewithal to take yourself to a shelter or try to better yourself at all. History tells us what happens with you, Mr. Williams. You're going to tell us whatever we want to hear so we feel fuzzy and good and great inside, and then you're going to get out there, you're going to be roaming the streets, and we're going to pick up another 3 cases. That's what history tells us. We have your criminal history. We see it. So what I want to do is have you evaluated to see where we go from here. But the last thing that we need to do is release you onto the street where you have no place to go, you have nothing to do, you have no food to eat, you have no money to your pocket, because that's when people start doing whatever they can to survive, and you leave a wake of destruction. And I don't want that under my watch. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and I don't want that to happen. So unless we can formulate a plan so we know where he's going to go and what he's going to do, I'm not giving you another PR bond. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I don't know much about you, but I want to get to know you better. And the only way that I can do that is to set you up with a clinician to talk to you, to figure out where you are in life so that we can better yourself, so you can get out of this stupid ass rut that you've been in for the last decade, where all you do is pick up criminal cases. Because look at you now. You were, what did you say he was, 30 years old?
39.
It's not a good looking 39. And before you know it, another 15 years will pass and you're going to look like you're 75 when you're 42. Hopefully not doing the 25 to 30 year sentence because you do something that you shouldn't be doing. I know that it's not going to feel good, and I know that it sucks to be in there. But I need to know where to go with you because I just don't know at this point. Giving you a PR bond would do more harm than good. And I know that you're upset with me, and I get it, but I don't know where else to go, Mr. Brooker, you know?
In the meantime, Judge, and I'm gonna work on that quickly and ask for a short reset. May you set a bond on his cases?
Yeah, I mean, they're set. He has a $100 bond on the trespass, on the new trespass.
I see.
You have a $100 bond on your interference case, and then I set your bond at $25.01 on the old case that you blew us off. I'm not going to change it. I won't. That's as low as it can go. But I'm going to tell you now, if you do bond out, I'm not going to let you do the same thing. I'm going to keep you so close. It's crazy. And I'm going to tell you this too.
I know, but you're losing your balance.
Mr. Williams.
My head is hurt because I can't believe this.
Mr. Williams, I'm also going to drug test you like crazy so that I know you're not using out there. Can you set him up for a TRAS immediately, please, so we can figure out where we're going to go?
I'm tired all the way over here for this and that. Okay, I'll talk to you. I'm sorry.
Talk to him. If we have a plan, if there's something, great. I'm not letting you out on the street. And I'm not going to take your word for it. So I got to know that if I'm going to let you out, there's someone on the other end that we can talk to, not from Niagara Falls, that's willing to take you in, and we have a place. I'm not letting you out to the street. That's it.
So I'm ready for after. Oh, can I ask you a question? I'm not trying to be smart enough. I ask you a question, sir. After this right here, I get in contact with my people, and I mean, like when you let me out of this right here, what is after this right here?
Sober?
Because I'm going back to South Carolina. I'm not staying up here. That's why I'm asking that. Do I need to pay money or try to get some money or something like that?
While these cases are open, you're not going anywhere.
I'm saying when I go out.
The idea is, number one, we get you sober. You're not using. I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions. Number one, that you're clean, and number two, that you get a full-time job, so that you can work and provide for yourself and finally get a house, an apartment, a home. And after time you build up, perhaps you even get yourself a car. That's the idea. So you don't continue this hard living to where you're like one of those little old men on the side of the street with no teeth, all hunchback, Notre Dame looking people. I'm telling you, 15 years, 20 years will go in a heartbeat, in and out of custody. And at some point, you're going to get to where, God damn, how the hell did I get to 70? I ain't got no job. I'm just like, ask Mr. Brooks. All right. Can you set them up for TRS? Can we do it? Is it possible today? No. Monday then?
I can see if someone can come over from holdover and do
Okay.
it in the holdover on Monday.
All right, we'll do that. Okay, thanks, Mr. Brooks.
Judge,